Hey guys, DM Philosopher here, Matt's the name. Just going to go over the latest map pack here that I've made in the Desert series of maps. So this is the Desert Escaped Slave Caves map. A bit of a convoluted name, I know, but it could be occupied by anybody. It doesn't have to be slaves, it could be raiders and the like as well. Let's jump in there and have a look at this map. So we've got the ravine that sort of runs through the middle of the map. There are sheer walls to the sides. You can see those clearly in the point of view shots. And there's a cave entrance here and here that lead to a thread of caves that sort of run top and bottom or sides by the sides of the ravine. We've got plenty of sleeping arrangement, storage and the like that could have been stolen when they escaped, or they could have been stolen from caravans nearby and the like. So definitely yeah, there's plenty of loot there for characters. If you don't want to give loot, obviously just make it foodstuffs and so on like that. So this is the daytime gridded map. We've got the daytime gridless map, the nighttime gridded map, and the nighttime gridless map. That really sort of shows off the firelight that's coming in there. The point of view shots, you can see the sheer cliffs here, and plenty of rocks strewn around the bottom as well, so they kind of makes for quite treacherous climbing for characters should they be trying to find ways of scouting ahead and the like in the distance. So we can see here we've got the cave entrances. They're quite hard to see, so you could say that it's quite easy for the characters to wander on by without even noticing them. But here's the top cave entrance and the bottom cave entrance, and then we just sort of finish off the ravine. I've taken a few high up shots here. You can see that there are a couple of ledges and so on like that along the ravine, so that way you could say that there's ambushes sort of perched up there, ready with spears or arrows and the like. So quite treacherous. So heading into the top cave first, going through and looking at the rooms and the layouts. Okay, so there's the first oasis, the top one, and just going through the rooms with the second oasis, and then we go to the bottom caves. And we go through, there's the oasis and the bottom caves, and then we head the other way, the long straight sort of part of the caves, and the rooms and the storage along the way. And there's a couple of high up shots. I've taken one sort of looking down through the lengthway. The entrance to the cave is just here, so if a character sort of climbs up and wants to have a bit of a look right down the cave, then you could give them this point of view shot. Now I've got exactly the same point of view shots, but just taken at nighttime with the nighttime filter on it. So you can use this map and the point of view shots for any time of the day, or you could be giving your characters with dark vision the daytime point of view shots, and the characters without dark vision, you know, these nighttime ones. So they really can be sort of obscured with the darkness, the shadows. You know, they obviously can't penetrate that, whereas characters with dark vision can, so they might be able to see more detail and what's in the darkness as such. So that's the caves. So that is the Desert Escaped Slave Caves map. You can find that on RPG Now. I'll post a link to that underneath my YouTube clip as per usual. And otherwise, I hope that this, when combined with all the other desert maps, really give you some plenty of locations and detailed scenes for your desert-themed games, whether it's Dark Sun, Al Qadim, or just desert parts of a wider fantasy world. So yeah, I hope you enjoy that. Otherwise, thanks for listening, and happy gaming, people.